Hello there, I'm Jimmy Vegas, and in this mini Unity 5 tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make a moving ledge system quickly and easily. So I have a little scene set up here. I have two objects acting as the platform, so platform here, and another little cube here which will act as the ledge which I want to move between the two platforms. So I'm going to quickly rename this to ledge 01. Now a lot of people have already done this, but get a little bit stumped halfway through because they can't figure out how to actually get the player to move with the ledge. So I'm going to go ahead and create an animation to get the ledge to move back and forth. So click on the animation tab, and if you don't have that animation tab, you can click the little menu button here, go to add tab, and then click on animation. I'm going to click on create. I'm going to call the animation ledge 01, something really simple. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about the animation tab down here. If you aren't too familiar with it, have a quick look at my beginner series for Unity 5 and have a look. I think it's around between episode 8 and episode 11. We deal with animation there. But the basics of it is we're represented by the samples. Here we have 60, which is 60 frames a second. So we'll start off with a default position of our ledge here. So its current position on the X is minus 5.95. So I'm going to change this to 0 and then put it back as minus 5.95. So it's in its default starting position. We're only going to be dealing with the X position for this ledge. So I'm going to go to frame 180, which will be 3 seconds because I want it to take 3 seconds to get here and then 3 seconds to get back. So here, let's type 180. And then let's move our ledge to where we would want it to be at 180 frames, which is just here. So it's moved over there in 3 seconds. And now 3 seconds back means another 180 frames, which means frame 360. And then we just have to move our ledge back to where we would want it to be. And then you press the little record button to stop. So I'm going to press play, and this is about where a lot of people get up to and then can't quite figure out what's going on. So I'm going to show you on here. You'll see the ledge moves, but the player doesn't actually move with it. I'll also note at this point I'm using a first-person controller, but it does work with a third-person controller as well, and I'll tell you where you can change that as we go further on this tutorial. So to attach ourselves to the ledge, we need to write a little C# script. So right-click, create, and C# script. Let's call it ledge attach. Open it up in MonoDevelop or Visual Studio. Whichever one you have, the code is going to be exactly the same. Let's get rid of void start and void update. And we're going to be using two variables in this script. First one, public, is going to be game object. And I'm going to do the ledge. Next one, game object again. And this one is going to be the player. And the semicolon at the end. So the function we're going to use is going to be void on trigger enter, open close bracket, open curly bracket. So now we just need a little line of code which will allow us to parent, or rather make the player become a child of the parent object, which will be the ledge. So we can do the player dot transform, and that is a lowercase t dot parent, and that is a lowercase p. We make that equal to the ledge dot transform, semicolon, next line down, close curly bracket, and save. So now to get this working correctly, we have to create a trigger for our on trigger enter part of the script. So take the ledge itself, hold Control, press D to duplicate, and move it upwards to be on top of the ledge. I'm going to right click, rename, and call it ledge trigger. And on this ledge trigger, I'm now going to tick is trigger in the box collider. I'm going to remove the mesh renderer, and I'm also going to remove completely the animator. So right click, remove component. We don't need that to be on there because when we attach this ledge trigger to the ledge by dragging and dropping, the ledge trigger will also move with the ledge itself. So now when we press play and go over to our ledge, our player should start moving with the ledge. So let's have a quick look. So wait for the ledge to come back over. And let's step on. Oops. And I've just realized one little thing. We didn't attach the script. You won't believe the amount of times I've made schoolboy errors like that. So yeah, attach the script on there. And then just put the ledge, 01 as the ledge. And FPS controller as the player. And as I said, this works with a third person controller. So you would put your third person controller here. So now let's press play again, and we will see this work correctly this time. And let's step on the ledge, and you see we move with the ledge wherever it goes. So the next problem you're going to have is when you step off the ledge, the player is still going to move with the ledge. As we can see, we're still moving. So to get around that, we need to set an extra trigger to uncouple ourselves from the ledge. So right click, create, C# script, and let's call it ledge uncouple. And let's open that up in our programming application. And to do this, I'm going to take this variable, so public game object player, as well as the void on trigger enter function. We'll take all of that. We'll get rid of our void start, void update. We don't need that. And we'll paste the script up to there. So we've already got our variable of the player stated. We've got our on trigger enter. Now we're saying the player.transform.parent is equal to null. And what this does is it will completely uncouple the player from any object it may be attached to as a child object. So save that script now. And back in Unity, if we take this ledge trigger here, hold Control, press D to duplicate it, move it outwards to be on the other side of the ledge, and then remove it from ledge 01. So in the hierarchy, drag and drop it out of there. F2, and I'll call it ledge uncouple. In fact, I'll put that as a lowercase c. Next thing you need to do is remove the ledge attach script from it. So right click, remove component, and then you just need to attach the ledge uncouple script to that object. And then just attach your player into the variable slot. There we go. And now if I hold Control, press D and move it to the other side, this now means that whichever side we get off at, our player will uncouple itself from the ledge. Now when we press play, you'll notice that the player goes into ledge 01 as we get onto the ledge. However, nothing happens when we're actually inside the ledge uncouple object. So there we go. You can see the FPS controller has now gone inside ledge 01. We're still in there. So when we get off the other side, you'll see it removes it. And the ledge still moves. So you can now infinitely get on this ledge, move across to other platforms, and get off. You can do this with many different things. You can create different ledges as you go along. You could, for example, have another ledge moving out here, or even another ledge moving here. As long as you have these scripts at every possible point that you say enter or exit a ledge, then you won't have any problems. So this is the main one, the ledge trigger. That is how you actually couple yourself to the ledge itself and move with it. So that's the one I know a lot of people have had a problem with. So guys, that is how you make a moving ledge system. Thanks for watching.